August 13th. Dear Diary, it was strange coming home to an empty house. I kept expecting to see Mom come around the corner or Dad out in the garden. It's been a whole year since the accident, but sometimes it feels like yesterday. Oh, Judith wanted us to take a nap, and Margaret went right to sleep. You know how little sisters are. I tried to sleep, but couldn't. Maybe it's just jet lag or something. I don't know. When I was in Europe, all I wanted to do was get back to safe old Fells Church. And now that I'm here, all I want to do is get away. It feels like something bad is going to happen. Like something's changed. But nothing looked different when we came through town, except for the new art gallery. Bonnie wrote and was so excited about it. We're supposed to go to the grand opening party tonight, but I wish I didn't have to. It feels like something is wrong, terribly wrong, and I don't know what to do. I think someone is watching me, or following me. But when I turn, there's nothing there. Maybe I just need to sleep. Maybe I'm overtired. But what if I'm not?
Elena, it's so great to see you. I should have known you'd make it back for such a major party. How was the Riviera?
Fabulous. I took tons of pictures. You'll die when you see them, Bonnie.
Talk about to die for. Have you seen Mikhail Romanov, the host of tonight's party? Oh, he's got to be the most terminally attractive guy I have ever seen.
No, I haven't seen him. He wasn't greeting guests when we came in. Have you seen him lately?
You probably didn't see him because you arrived so fashionably late. I guess he's somewhere out networking with people who have more money than brains.
Bonnie, what's gotten into you? Since when did you develop an attitude?
Maybe I caught it from Caroline Forbes. I've had enough attitude from her this summer to last me through graduation.
My Caroline? You're kidding.
As if. I mean, wait till you see her dress. You can be arrested in some states for showing that much skin.
It can't be that bad. Her parents would never let her out of the house if it were really revealing.
I think her parents would let her go out nothing but finger paint if Mikhail Romanoff said that it was elegant. Just you wait till you've met him. Then you'll understand. Listen, Elena, I can't stay much longer. I'm going to go wander around for a while. Come with me?
Everybody seems so excited that we made it back from the Riviera in time for the party. Are you having a good time, Elena?
Of course she's enjoying the party. How could such a pretty girl do otherwise?
The party's okay, Aunt Judith. Not anything like Europe, though.
I don't suppose it is, but you must be glad to be back home with all your friends. I saw Bonnie a few minutes ago, and I thought I saw Caroline, although she seemed much older than Caroline.
I just talked to Bonnie. I really missed her this summer.
Well, it would have been nice if Bonnie'd come with us, and I'm sure it would have been healthier than Mr. Richards' strange offices. But I can't blame her parents for wanting her to earn a little money for college.
Is there something strange about Mr. Richards?
Oh, no, Mr. Smith, nothing like that. He's a sweet, eccentric man.
I heard he's got an odd hobby. They say he collects objects of supernatural significance. But from what I hear, it's nothing more than a dusty pile of old junk.
There's nothing wrong with Bonnie, Aunt Judith. I mean, she's no more spacey than usual.
Well, that's good to hear, but I don't want to hear about any more seances taking place.
Seances? Well, I thought all girls did that. You make it sound so serious.
Tyler Smallwood got wind of what the girls were going to do and managed to scare them half to death once they turned out the lights. Nothing like four hysterical 14-year-olds.
Well, now you know my most embarrassing secret, and I don't even know your name.
Damon Smith, student biology teacher and finder of lost children. At your service. My specialty is damsels in distress.
I only met Mr. Smith a few minutes ago when he was nice enough to bring Margaret back to me. I was nearly frantic. I only turned my back for a second. She was gone.
I wasn't lost. I only wanted a drink in a pretty cup just like Aunt Judith's.
Children have a habit of disappearing in the blink of an eye.
I'll let you know if I see any more damsels, Mr. Smith.
And you have no idea how hard it is for a knight to get work these days. No dragons, very few damsels in need of rescue. They all seem to be self-sufficient these days. Well, like you.
Self-sufficient and certified in emergency first aid. Thank you very much.
Then I look forward to seeing you in the halls of Robert E. Lee. I'm really not so awful, and I'll try to make class interesting. If you'll excuse me, I need to talk to Mr. Richards before he leaves tonight.
He's intense. It looks like school could be interesting this year.
I got the impression Mr. Smith knows his biology, so don't count on an easy time in class just because he's young and new at teaching. Why don't you go mingle with your friends a bit longer, sweetheart? Then we have to get Margaret home to bed.
I'm not sleepy. I'm going to go play.
Oh, dear, now I'll have to go find her before she breaks something we can't afford. I'll come and get you, Elena, when we're ready to leave.
Welcome home, Elena. My, how the summer has flown. Tell me, how was your trip to Europe?
Been to Europe, eh? So that's what Bonnie's been bubbling about the past few days. I don't suppose you came across anything of supernatural interest while you were there, did you?
For heaven's sake, Gary. It's bad enough that you have Bonnie handling all those psychically charged things.
I'm hurt, Mrs. Flowers. It was just a harmless question. And do you honestly believe that I would allow Bonnie to access anything potentially dangerous?
You know my feelings on the matter. We don't need to discuss it here. You got back just in time for the art gallery's grand opening. What do you think of it?
The Riviera was wonderful, but exhausting. I'm ready to drop right now, but I'd rather die than miss the party.
You see, Gary, she would rather die than miss the party, and you would rather die than be here.
Well, it's a matter of temperament, Mrs. Flowers. I'm a researcher. I'm accustomed to being alone. And you spend your days tending the cemetery, another solitary pursuit.
But it's not a solitary pursuit. Not only do I have the dead to keep me company, but others, like Elena, often stop by. Which reminds me, you should be sure to stop by the cemetery now that you're home. It's particularly lovely at this time of year.
I'll try to stop by before school starts, Mrs. Flowers. I promise. If you'll excuse me, I need to go find out when Aunt Judith wants to leave.
Of course, child. Give your aunt my best, will you? And I'm sure I'll see you again soon. I'm glad you stopped to chat again. Now that Mr. Richards has wandered off, I can ask you more about your trip. Did little Margaret go with you too?
Margaret went, and Aunt Judith. Aunt Judith's boyfriend Robert met us in Nice for a few days.
It sounds delightful. I had the pleasure of traveling quite a bit in the British Isles when I was young. England, Wales, Scotland, and Ireland. I almost didn't want to come home.
I didn't want to come back either. I think Aunt Judith was afraid I'd run off and miss the plane.
Well, it's a good thing you came back. After all, you graduate this year, don't you? And a good education is important.
I can hardly believe it. It seems like yesterday I was worrying about freshman year of high school, and now I've got to worry about college.
I'm sure you'll take the college world by storm, just like you did high school. Not much can stand in the way of your enthusiasm. Oh, excuse me, dear. It's way past my bedtime. I need to be heading home. Say hello to your aunt for me. Good night, Elena.
Isn't this just the best? I mean, Fells Church hasn't seen a party like this since the mall opened.
Are you forgetting my last birthday party? Thanks to Matt and the rest of the guys.
So what was I, chopped liver? And who do you think blabbed about the party to the guys anyway? I just wish my last birthday party had been half as exciting. Or any of my birthday parties for that matter.
Maybe you can have your birthday party at my house this year, Bonnie. It might be more fun if we don't have to go to bed by 10:30.
Awesome. But how will it look if I tell the guys about my own party?
Bonnie, underneath that angelic smile, you're wicked. Let's go mingle. Aunt Judith said we weren't going to stay very long tonight.
You're right. We should make the circuit before I have to head home, too. Tomorrow's a work day, you know. Life for the party. That's me.
Why, Mikhail, look what the cat dragged in. Elena, dear, how sweet of you to dash right over from the plane. And you didn't even take time to tidy up. I'm flattered.
Wonderful. It was so nice of you to join me for the christening of my humble art gallery.
It looks like you must have been working pretty hard up to the last minute yourself, Caroline. I guess beauty's a small sacrifice for art, right?
What would you know about sacrifices, Elena? You always get what you want. But Mikhail has taught me that true beauty in art or in life is worth sacrificing anything for. Even friends.
Then it's a pity you don't have many friends to sacrifice, isn't it?
I have all the friends I need, Elena. At least the only ones that are important. Isn't that right, Mikhail?
Pardon me? I'm sorry, Caroline. I didn't hear what you said.
I said, isn't it important to have friends?
Friends are always important. Especially when one has no family and is new to an area. But please, tell me, who is this lovely creature? A friend of yours, no doubt.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. My name is Elena Gilbert.
Gilbert? I have heard that name once before tonight. No matter, it will come to me. But please, I am no sir. Where I am from, that is a title reserved for tsars and nobles, not shopkeepers. Please, allow me to introduce myself. I am Mikhail Romanov, proprietor of this establishment.
Don't let his modesty fool you. Mikhail has some of the most amazing contacts in the art world. It's been an honor working so closely with him these last few weeks.
Such contacts are merely human, Caroline. A means to an end. The art is what is important.
Where did you find all of this beautiful artwork, Mr. Romanov?
This area of your country is rich with antiques and undiscovered artists.
Speaking of undiscovered artists, have you had a chance to talk to Mrs. Flowers, Mikhail?
Oh, there are so many people here, I hardly know whom I have met.
Then I'll be happy to take you over and introduce you. You do have that whole other wing to fill, you know.
Of course, you are right. Always looking out for the welfare of the gallery. Now I remember. Please, tell your Aunt Judith and your charming sister that I would be happy to join your family for dinner some evening. But now, you must excuse us, dear Elena. Duty calls.